Hey everybody, before the show starts, log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the book a call tab to book a one-on-one Zoom call with me to get all your music business questions solved. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and on this episode, check it out. I got some major cheat codes for you. All right. This is for all my producers out there who are trying to figure out, okay, all right, I know how to make beats. I know how to sample, but what's some ways that I can kind of make some records like really hot, really fast, and like kind of get them in there? I got the ultimate cheat code today. Understand me, okay? That many seasoned producers know, but most producers don't know. And this combines a lot of business sense that I've learned over the years, and I just combined those two business worlds with the creative worlds, brought them together and formulated. And I saw this from my experience dealing in collecting and learning real estate and investing in all this stuff. And I said, oh, wait a minute. The same thing applies to every industry, but specifically this one. So today we're going to go over this cheat code on how music producers can sample with this method and get rich quickly, or at least get a decent base hit record. I'm not going to say you got the top 40 of #1 hit records, but this is going to put you out there, okay, in your tactics. All right. So anyway, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so right over there. If you want to skip what's coming up next, which is Copyright Explained, you can do so right down below. But let's jump into Copyright Explained. Copyright, the sole right which an author has in their own original literary compositions. The exclusive right of an author to print, publish, and vend their own literary works for their own benefit. Now, of course, there are two main rights of copy that the music industry operates and revolves around, and that's the masters and the publishing. And the masters is referred to as the sound recording copyright. Sound recordings as in records, masters, phonogram, or the audio recording file, i.e. the WAV, MP3, AIFF of the composition and or song. Now you can collect your master recording royalties or the proceeds due from the sale and streaming of the master recording via your distributor like TuneCore or DistroKid, and if you have a major label deal, then it's them. All right? Now you can also collect the performance royalties via the master sound recording via Sound Exchange and PPL over in the UK. Sound Exchange is based here in America. And if you are outside of America, any other organization that collects these sound recording performance royalties are referred to as neighboring rights. Now, publishing is referred to as a performing arts copyright here in America. Okay, performing arts as in the composition, sheet music, MIDI files, publishing, or song to be performed. You can collect the performance royalties for the composition via BMI, CSAC, ASCAP here in America and PRS over in the UK. And other countries have their own performing rights organization as well to collect those royalties for you. All right, now you can collect the mechanical royalties due from the composition via Harry Fox, Music Reports, and the Mechanical Licensing Collective here in America. You can also collect your mechanical royalties over in the UK from MCPS. So now, Lyric Find right here. You can get your lyric display royalties from Lyric Find and Music Match, but that's that. Let's go through the 6 rights of copyright to be exercised to the fullest extent of the United States Code under Title 17, and that's the right to reproduce. The right to reproduce the copyrighted work in copies or phonorecords, physical or digital format. The right to prepare derivative works. The right to prepare derivative works based upon the copyrighted work. The right to distribute copies or phonorecords of the copyrighted work to the public by sale or other transfer of ownership or by rental, lease, or lending. And then we have the right to public performance, the right to perform the copyrighted work publicly, the right to public display, the right to display the copyrighted work publicly, and the right to digital performance, and that's the right to digital audio transmission performance. All right, everybody, so we're back from Copyright Explained, and we're going to jump into the preface of this video. But for those of you all who probably seen the clips floating around on the BET Awards, I will address that at the end to go with some of the examples that were in the video. But I want you to take note of some of the things that's been happening in the music industry, and preferably you might have seen that Rap City came back, and I'm going to tie that in to the back half of this video. So make sure you watch all the way to the end, and let's jump into the preface. All right, everybody, welcome back to the inside of the computer. Today's video is going to be mind-blowing for some people, or like, oh, why did I not think of that? Or how come I didn't, how come it didn't cross my mind? For a lot of you all, okay? And it's going to be quite short. This is not going to be a very long video at all. So here's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to talk about depreciation versus appreciation. We're going to talk about the retro style of things, and we're talking about anniversary dates and sampling success. All right. So this is a strategy that music producers and artists and possibly songwriters and record label owners and music publishers can use to actually make some money off of catalogs. So check this out. This is how we're going to do this thing. Appreciation or depreciation versus appreciation, because we got to go this way first. Okay. Depreciation represents how much of an asset's value has been used, consumed, or in this case, played and listened to. All right. Copyrights have reached full depreciation when its sound is dated. Okay. Language is dated and played out, which is a common phrase associated with this process. Okay. Now, appreciation means, in general terms, is an increase in the value of an asset over time. And let me be clear. When I'm talking about assets, I'm talking about the copyright, the song itself, okay? All right, let's keep going. The increase can occur for a number of reasons, including increased demand for this now vintage or retro sound, okay? Or weakening supply of its physical components like vintage vinyl, okay? Because of the conditions of wanting to relive past moments, listenership of past songs start to increase. Okay, this is the reason why everyone starts seeing the 20th anniversary of this, or the 15th, or the 10th anniversary, or the 25th, and blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's put it to work, though. Okay, so check it out. Retro style is a style that is imitative or consciously derivative of lifestyles, trends, or art forms from the historical past, including music, modes, fashions, or attitudes. In popular culture, the nostalgia cycle is typically for the 2 decades that are 20 to 30 years before the current one. Okay? Now you understand, you can get where I'm going. This is the secret sauce right here. The secret sauce weapon. When to sample. 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 50 years. At these points, these right here hit people's interest. Like, oh, I remember 15 years ago. It's been 15 years. Wow. That's why you have your 10th year class reunion, your 15-year class reunion. You know, everybody, they play music from that time period at the class reunion. You know what I mean? And you see all of these celebratory periods. So right now you may see like the Nintendo that's out. That's why I got the Game Boy right here. You know, a little bit a while ago, you see record players coming out, boom boxes coming out. You know, I actually still have my Game Boy, to be honest with you. And so this works the same way with music. And I may stay on this to teach tactics for the manager, for the publisher, for the new record label, all you new people, on how this process works, okay? And the reason why you want to get your business right in the beginning when you first start, because you got to plan this thing out. A lot of people don't plan at all. They just want to get money right now, and that's it. But they don't think about the value of what they have down the line, all right? So now that we know when to sample, I want to give you some examples on what it looks like. Check it out. Oh, wait a minute. One more slide. Sampling success. The potential odds of you having a hit based on what you are sampling in the market will be determined by your current market position. Okay, that means your popularity. Okay, funds available to infiltrate the market, meaning, let's say if you're a beginner artist or a middleweight or even an A-list, how much can you promote this new record? How much will it take to push other records out the way to make the public listen to this record? Okay. And the success the song had in the market at the original time of release, meaning the original record you're sampling. Okay. These are all the factors to make a sampled hit record possible. I'm not saying that it it's going to work, but I'm saying that this is going to be your ideal positions that you need to look at to make sure that you're good when you start putting the record out. Okay, now let's look at some recent examples. So we got T-Pain, Buy You a Drink. It was sampled 14 years prior. We're right at that 15-year mark. I heard this yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, that would work for this video. So you got T-Pain and Kalani, right? I like that. It samples the beginning of Buy You a Drink. Now, I'm not going to play these sounds because, of course, I would get my YouTube page flagged. So you can go listen on your own. And you'll clearly hear it's the anniversary time. Let's go ahead and let's squeeze some more value, because this album right here was amazing to me. All right, it really was. I really love this album. But for the simple fact that Buy You a Drink was so huge. It was so huge to the point where even if this isn't a hit record and it's like a base hit, like getting on base, right, at first base instead of like a home run, it's still going to do some damage because of this sample. This record, even though it's old, I mean, people still jam it. It was that hot, right? You have some of those records like that. Let's check out another one. All right, Usher, You Make Me Wanna, 1997. Fast forward 22 years, we're in that anniversary period, right? Summer Walker and Usher come through, okay? It never fails. It never fails. It's scientifically proven to work. You just have to know. I mean, this is the ultimate cheat code at this point. This is some of the coldest game I can give producers out there and songwriters out there. I mean, but if this wasn't enough, let's just come to today. I'm Too Sexy, RSF, 1991. It's 30 years later. Drake, Way Too Sexy, 2021. It makes sense, right? So, and people have their 30th year anniversaries. These anniversaries go in fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then usually after that, you jump from 50 to 75 to 100. But it works. It works, okay? It's the mindset of each generation. Each generation had those few songs that determined the time period of that generation, okay? And you could just go look at the hits and you could sample those. Man, this video has so much game in it. I'm not talking about just the regular degulars. I'm talking about we're not 5 years. You got to go further back. Think about when you were a teenager, right? Because I'm older, what the teenagers are doing now, okay? All the trends that came back in the last 3 to 5 years. Think about all of the 25th anniversary, the 20th anniversaries that came back, and then relate it to music, correlate it to music. Go back to the previous generation, that block of time, and then watch for it to tick up like a stock market. So what, 2007. So we're looking at what happened in 2008 or 2006 and 7. You should be working on that if you're trying to get a hit based off this tactic here. And then if you're going 22 years, 98, 99, you want to check 99, 2000. You want to see what was hot then that is worth, because some of the stuff in the 2000s wasn't all that hot. It just wasn't. But some of it was. And so it penetrates people's feelings. This is science right here. It's mathematical. Anyway, I think I said too much. Final verdict, check it out. All right, have fun. Pay your sample clearance fees. Don't seek out record deals early unless you want to open your back door, if you know what I mean. I'm out of here. All right, so you saw all 3 of those examples, right? And another thing I want you to notice, that I don't know if you saw the BET Hip Hop Awards this past week, or this past Tuesday, you might have noticed that Lil Jon came out with Bia, right? And clearly, this record was one of those records too, right? It was prime for sampling, okay? And he came out on stage, but I noticed when the record came out that it was the same exact bass line as Lil Jon's bass line, Bia Bia, right? Made sense to me that it was only right when I saw his name in the opening credits that he was going to come out with her. It made all the sense in the world to me. So that's just another method, another explanation of that. You will also see that Rap City came back around. I think Rap City came out in 1989, 1990. It went off in the air in 2008. It is now 12 years, right? 8, 18, 19, 20, 20, 13 years after. So if they're approaching that anniversary period. And so it's a prime period for Rap City to come back. You see, so once you understand this type of thing, you can understand how you can use this method to sample all types of music. All right. So it's a scientific method, and I hope that you all can utilize this in your arsenal of ways to make some money sampling. All right. Anyway, that's been today's show. Make sure you log on to musicmoneymakeover.com. Text me 470-291-5767. That's 470-291-5767. Look, I cleared out over 600 numbers in my phone from people who did not leave their names. If you do not leave your name in my phone, I will not text you back because I can't keep up with all of these people whom I don't know. All right. I only want to talk to people that want to talk to me. All right. And I don't spam people, but I am going to start using that super phone a lot more than I usually do. So I'm just letting you know, you may get a text from me soon. We're going to do a lot of things on that phone because I just like the phone more so than social media. I mean, you can contact me directly. Anyway, download the free split sheet. If you haven't seen that split sheet video, download that. Download the profit maximization guide down below and purchase anything you want to support me on the site. I got more material and content and products coming very soon. That's in the works. I'll see you all later. Peace. Everybody, thanks for watching the show. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the book a call tab to get a one-on-one Zoom call with me to get all your music business questions answered and solved. Thanks for watching.